upper thigh injury, which hasn't affected his mobility but may have affected his tactical kicking. We expect more of that from Shane Cooper. Now the haka led by Sammy Stewart. Challenge from the New Zealanders. Fired up, very, very inspired for this match, and having won a lot of critical acclaim after the Queensland match, where apart from some blemishes in the early part of the first half, putting down what should have been 3 or 4 sure tries, they looked very sharp and impressed a large number of people in Australia. The pundits are still picking Australia by a wide margin, but I don't think it's going to be as close as that.
This opening quarter, Tony, most essential that New Zealand gets to feel the leather and really get stuck into the Australian side. This is the key of the whole of the game, the first 20 minutes, and New Zealand must gain the confidence required.
First touch of the ball for Gary Mercer from the Piki-Owl Club. Sam Stewart. Wallace. Shelford. Expecting big things from Shelford tonight. The Kiwis intend to out-tackle the Australians if they can. Mark Otto very quickly up on Gary Jack. Australians with some early nerves. A drop there and it was knocked on. Neville Keisha, the referee, the man from Richmond who grew up in Ponsonby.
Tremendous amount of good because he's only a young colt, 19.
Dragged away and being run out by Gary Jack. Jack hit hard by Cooper and Elia over the top. Shelford and Taylor, the 2 front rows, tackling in unison. Well, certainly it's going to be rugged out there. It's all on. Ross Taylor put in a quick one on the ground.
Oh, it's pretty fiery now. There's one New Zealander really getting the treatment, which he gets to his feet now, and that looks like it's Ross Taylor. Well, this is a pretty fiery opening, Tony.
Dean Bell having some words to say. He didn't like the early tactics. They were aimed at him. And Neville Keisha is going to have some words now to Ross Taylor.
It's amazing, Tony, the number of times we have played on Lang Park, and it's all on between Australia and New Zealand in that opening 10 minutes. And this has been a pretty tough one so far.
Neville Keisha laying down the law, saying we don't need any more of that. Simmons plays a superb dummy half game, a little double round with Lewis and Sterling. But coming right out wide for the Australians, and a mistake. Miles and Kenny not combining as well as they normally do. The Australians.
At the moment, the Australian back line is handling far more smoothly than New Zealand, and New Zealand are getting caught out of a position a few times, particularly out in the centres there. They're not quite happy with their set defensive play, New Zealand.
Lewis flicks it back to Sterling. Running onto the ball was Linda beautifully. Back to Lewis. Lewis in space, looking for support. It's Sterling, and he'll score. Peter Sterling. First try to Australia.
Oh, a brilliant try. A brilliant centre field attacking try then. Well combined by experienced players. Tony Gordon, not very happy to see it. Watch it from the replay, how beautifully it's worked, and the split comes right through the ruck of New Zealand. And they just got, well and truly broken as the players switch from left to right. And Wally Lewis delays the pass, waiting until he finally turns it back to Sterling to score. And there's no one near Sterling. The only one, Elia, is the last man to chase him. But very delightful centre field attack then by the Australians. They've worked it wide on 3 occasions. and now they reverted back straight amongst their forwards, and it was great play with Gene Miles turning it back to Wally Lewis. Look how he easily fends off then our second row player without any difficulty, and that was Marco along on the ground with Sterling diving over. Strong, Tony.
It was Bob Lidner that made the initial break and split them open. Michael O'Connor now with the extra points, and he's dead accurate. (6-0) Australia lead. Caught by Wallace. Gene Miles, big man to bring down, and one that they really must tackle tonight. Ian Kenny. Kick through from Lewis, and the race is on to get back for it. Ilya's there. Trying to step out, but caught. O'Connor catches him.
It was great play by Wally Lewis. He had a look to see where Darryl Williams was, and he was over to the right of the field. He deliberately kicked toward that far wing.
Darryl Williams.
That's a good drop kick. It's almost gone down to the Australian 22.
Gary Jack running it back out. Past the first tackle. Pearce. Linda losing the ball in the tackle. Hoddle there trying to dive on it very quickly, but snaffled by Pearce. Tough tackling from Hugh McGann and Ross Taylor.
We need possession here now badly. New Zealand are not getting enough ball. They want it. They're losing a little bit of confidence out there.
Certainly the Australians are keeping it alive. Sterling. Lewis again. He's finding holes there. Williams. Elia. Pushed right back again. Taylor will take the ball up all day. Getting it across. Cooper getting through the gap. This is Ito. Pushing off the tacklers. Is he in touch? No. Mercer. With Cooper. Mercer again.
Well, there's a few holes in the Australian ruck now. They don't like it when New Zealand start to run on this firm ground.
Cooper can't pick it up. Not a good pass. Gary Jack. Dowling. Simmons making the gap, and Shearer's away. Nowhere to go, looks for support. Pearce. O'Connor's on the wing.
There's no one out there. Are we lucky then? The try was a certainty, but they didn't support O'Connor.
Simmons. This really is being played at pace in the first quarter. Lewis flicks it on, but caught. The ball goes loose. Cooper.
It was Peter Tunks that got that one right round the neck. And she's all on out here too between centre three-quarter Brett Kenny, who just gets to his feet now, and it's a pin. It's the last play the ball on now for Australia.
Sterling puts the bomb up. Nicely taken by Gary Mercer. Pushed into in goal, but he was safe. But nowhere to go there. Ito. Handing them off, and successfully. Kevin Ito. And after his game against Queensland, won't the checkbooks be out for Kevin Hilo? The 19-year-old Aucklander. McGann. 20 minutes gone, 6-0 to Australia. Nicely turned back. Sam Stewart tidies up. Putting his players back onside. He's busted a gap, Sam Stewart. Ball's come back for Shane Cooper. Brett.
Well,
Ross Taylor. I thought it was Shane Cooper coming through, but it was Ross Taylor.
They rocked Australia with that one. That was an absolute shock try. I would like to see the replay of that because they hung off Australia. And the crowd are not liking it at all as Taylor walks back. Have a look for this one. And just see how he goes right through the field, Sam Stewart. They let him go, and he unloads straight to Ross Taylor, who took it like a back, and he's a prop forward. And that was goodbye Australia under the uprights to square it, you might say, with an easy kick for Iro. But it was this drop pass that shocked everyone. There it is. He went back. It was not a knock-on. They let him go, and they let him run right through the ruck bin. And some shocking tackles there by Niebling, who let him go. And a good take-a ball in by Ross Taylor. He's been one of the stars, and the flags go high, and that's it. The ball game is... Did that go on? Yes, it did. The ball game is squared.
Sterling with the chip. Williams.
Australia just a little bit sluggish at the moment.
Gary Mercer.
Australians are not quite going back with the same speed.
Wallace flicks it to Stewart. Having a big game of defence, Sam Stewart, and doing it on attack as well.
Well, there's a few players out here. We've got a chance now.
Dean Bell ends in space, trying to find the support. Gary Mercer's behind him. Oh, it's going to be a try. Gary Mercer.
Absolute superb New Zealand. Brilliant. You caught them on the hop. And listen to this Kiwi crowd. Great stuff and a glorious try, and the Australians deserved. Let them go through on that one. And have a look at this replay, how beautiful it was. There was a gap out here, and Australia's defence was shattered, and that's when Dean Bell decided to go. And he was not sure which way to go then, and he kept running all the way. He got sandwiched, and in the end, that overhand pass was a beautiful one. And there goes Mercer, who has an electric game, and he just props away from the Australian defence to score a great try. And Hugh McGann right alongside him, and Wally Lewis, well, he wasn't happy with that one. But Dean Bell was caught then. He went too fast, and he had to go and continue to go. And there was that overhand pass, delightfully indeed. And he just left the would-be cover defence very quick. What a glorious dive. So they hit the front, New Zealand. We're now in the second quarter. And Australia in a huddle in the in-goal area. The pundits are well out at the moment. 15 points, and there's a big one from Iro. He's really sucking a ton of air in. Let's have a look how good this young colt is at 19. That last kick of his was fair. The first one wasn't too good at all, and he's on the 22. And he's got to punch this one. And he's hooked it. So 10-6, New Zealand over this great champion Australian side. On the face, and they've had a pretty physical match last week, and now they're fronting up to a very virile and enterprising Kiwi team. Look at them.
Quick hands in the back line, and Dean Bell looking for the setup again. Takes the tackle. Royce Simmons, the tackler. Quick hands again, 80 Shelford. Puts it up to Dean Bell. Bell looking for support. Gets the pass away. Taylor it was again, but Mark Hoddle knocked it on.
Here, and New Zealand with possession will be happy to hang on to that ball for a while and run it out.
Williams being pushed back by Lindner. Oh, lovely set up into the gap. Beautifully done. This is Mark Hoddle. Couldn't quite keep it going. Taylor's there in support. Friend. Through Cooper to Dean Bell. Oh, to Mark Elia, who couldn't hold it.
Well, actually now, they're not prepared to unload very much. They're working their big man, and then they're going to try and spin it a bit wide again to break up New Zealand's formation of pattern.
Nicely set into a gap. Coming back in, Williams is there. With support. Doesn't need it at the moment.
It looks like Wally Lewis is lying flat on his back then. When he went for that, he must have got a knock on the back of Darryl Williams' boot, I think, because he lay pretty prone and quickly he just collapsed on the ground. And there's the pain you can see then on Lewis's face. He's hurt all right out there, the Australian captain. But my word, I haven't seen, Tony, the Australians collapse so quickly. They started great. As you remember, they called the tune, threw the punches in the opening 10 minutes, got the try they wanted, and I thought New Zealand lacked the confidence. And suddenly they came back into this game with two very, very good tries. And that's another replay action then of Wally Lewis on collecting it. It must have been at the back of the boot, I think. Masura is there. And he's semi-dazed. That would be a tremendous blow to Australia if Lewis had to go off, because Lewis is too sure whether it is Tuesday night or Wednesday night at the moment. But I'll watch him closely over the next 5 minutes, because we're getting close toward half-time, and he's lucky that too, as the Masura really has a good long chat. Lewis is not sure. He's got a bit of a shine on that right eye. He's already had one from the State of Origin game. Now he's joined with another one. You see that left eye there.
It's the Kiwis restart. Lewis already shouting the orders. He'll have half-time for a break shortly. Taylor. Friend flicks it wide. Stewart. Sam Stewart having a strong game. Friend. Looking for space, and he finds it. Shane Cooper's there. Back inside to Dean Bell, but they're brought back.
Oh, that was an absolute certain try. An absolute sitter. The reason why I watched Wally Lewis, he is sick. He walked around there and just put his arm out to try and stop somebody, and that was an absolute gem. Had it come off well, it could have just about won this test for New Zealand. But look, they've got a chance, Australia now. New Zealand have got to cover and smother the Australians as they lead at the moment by 10-6, and they're close to the line.
Miles to Jack. Jack knocked it on. Shearer with the ball. Out over the line.
Oh, surely that was a knock on there by the Australians. A loose head and a chance to attack on New Zealand's 22. The Kiwis have screwed the scrum. Smart work by New Zealand. Oh, that's clever stuff.
And Hoddle comes out with the ball. Mercer.
What a great game this little winger is having tonight for New Zealand.
Certainly a little-known player in New Zealand, Gary Mercer. Has come on in leaps and bounds on this tour. Taylor gets it back. Stewart. McGann. Darryl Williams. O'Connor goes back, but it's out.
Well, 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 you don't believe that, but that's a fantastic line kick then by Darryl Williams, and Mercer is far from happy as well. He took on the forwards and he paid the penalty. Little Mercer is having a great game, but all credit to Darryl Williams. And on that far side, of course, Michael O'Connor. Nothing going right for Australia at the moment, and now the Kiwis are about 6 metres or 8 metres away from Australia's line, and they've got the loose head, New Zealand.
Wayne Wallace having a field day in the scrums. Making space for Darryl Williams. Bell trying to get the ball free, but loses it. Gary Jack. Brendan Cooper, the tacklers.
Well, up inside the 5 metres. The attacking team, which is Australia, penalised. And they've thrown that one right in front of their uprights. It's not very often that happens. But I've been watching Niebling as one of them, and also Dowling. They're inclined to hang up inside the required distance away from the play of the ball, and they conceded a simple one, and he played the ruling, which is not often used in international football, and smart work by Neville Kesher. And I know that Wally Lewis is absolutely bitter against that one because it gives the Kiwis a 6-point lead, you might say, with a half-time almost on it. But smart work by Neville Kesher. Occasionally, an international referee will drag that one out of the hat, and he let Australia get away with it on a few occasions, and he's caught them this time. The attacking team, usually you don't worry about it.
And doubtless there will be more calls for neutral referees again. That has become the norm.
So Iro, I should say, he can throw this one over. It's so close. But he still doesn't impress me as a great goal kicker.
The points are there, and New Zealand lead by 12-6. Shelford. Taylor. And he's making gaps almost every time he gets the ball. Dean Bell looking to set something up. Stewart.
I was just wondering what Sam Stewart was doing out as a centre three-quarter then.
Cooper. Cooper looking for the pass to Edel. Edel going for the line. The cover defence gets back there. Right up on attack now, the Kiwis.
Look at this for a droppie. Believe it or not, it floats over. Shane Cooper, my word. You don't see that very often. The back line was stretched, but have a look at this one. It's a floater just about, and that's the way it floats over the bar. Well, that's a surprise one to me because New Zealand was spanned right across out toward that far side. They had an overlap of about 2-1, and there's half-time sounded. So the Kiwis lead by not 6 but 7 now at half-time. Well, what a great first half.
Well, there's what a superb first half. Australia coming out fired up. The Kiwis taking all they had, conceding a try initially. And then we came back with the Taylor try, the Mercer try, an Edel penalty and a Cooper drop goal. Thank you, Peter. Welcome back to Lang Park, where the news of the moment is that Wally Lewis has stayed on. The replacement is Les Davidson on for Greg Dowling off. Les Davidson, the 25-year-old from South Sydney, in the number 15 jersey. I think if I'd have been a coach, I'd have dragged Greg Dowling as well. He wasn't a great deal of use to them in the last 10 minutes of the first half. And New Zealand leading by 13-6. Tunks.
Well, this time it's a very important opening 10 minutes for Australia now in this third quarter, the vital one. If New Zealand can score in about the opening 10 minutes of this quarter, they can certainly win this test. They've got a 7-point lead on the Australians, and they're kicking deep to put the pressure on the Kiwis. And there's the first knock backwards, says the referee. And the crowd again at Lang Park don't like Neville Kesher. He's had a pretty hot treatment when he came out. And the Kiwis are regrouping slowly as well this time. It's been a pretty hard first 40 minutes. And now New Zealand lose possession, and Australia can attack inside their own half. But
Hicks got them going back. Shearer. Said to be the fastest man on the Australian side. Caught by Kevin Edel. Sterling over the top to O'Connor. O'Connor slips. Niebling. He's had a fairly quiet game so far, Niebling.
now the Australians are stretched right back and deep, almost to their own 22 from the attack.
Team Miles. Miles in space. Good tackle.
Well, they should have scored, Australia, and break the New Zealand defence. They're too much in a huddle around to play the ball.
Lewis, with a stab kick through. Williams going back for it. It's going to go too far.
Darryl Williams' dropout. He's been landing them about the halfway mark.
Straight to Jack that time. Simmons. Sterling in there, sneakily. Lewis flicking on Miles. And outside of Miles. Oh, running onto the ball beautifully was Bob Lindner.
Now New Zealand's fullback Darryl Williams is receiving treatment. He's not too good either.
Kick for the line, doesn't find touch. Shearer brings it back.
Who's that Australian that's out cold? Placed down on the ground.
Davidson flicking the ball up. Sterling came through. He couldn't hold it. Miles. Jack. Tunks. And Michael O'Connor trying to step round Hugh McGann, but Hugh McGann drags him in. Davidson putting pass back. Lewis to Kenny. Kenny trying to go himself, taken round the legs. Can't get the pass away. Mark Hoddle, the tackler. A big line-up for Australia now. Sterling back inside to Lewis. Lewis still gets the pass back. Basketball stuff, and Michael O'Connor.
Oh, great tackle.
Can't get out of the tackle of Dean Bell.
A great tackle. There's 1-1 then. He could have scored. They've just about got us.
Sterling puts the bomb up. Too far. Sterling. Jack. Still being allowed to get the pass away to Sterling. Sterling zipping through the middle. Miles. Lewis. O'Connor. O'Connor looking for support. Shearer the other wing. And picked up by Mark Hoddle. It's pretty torrid up front. Both packs looking tired. Coming Australia's way. Can Sterling get it out of there though? Oh, steal Clayton Friend. Possession for New Zealand on the halfway. Dean Bell. Ito slips over.
Let him throw Brett Kenny aside then. Oh, Sterling's going to shape up too to Mercer. Must be a penalty, New Zealand. I can't understand the crowd. The ball must go on the ground, not be struck before it hits the ground. And that was a penalty straight away for New Zealand. Well, in fact, I'm slightly wrong. I thought that ball did go on the ground. He's gone the blind, so he's a little bit tired out there.
Shelford.
Man, it's tough now.
Taylor turning it back. Through Friend, running onto it with Stewart. Cooper. Taylor turns it back again. Clayton Friend. Stewart. Cooper. Ito. Just meters short now. No way through for Ito. Oh, it must be. Well, the overlap was out there. Taylor.
Well, that doesn't happen very often. New Zealand played right out the sixth play of the balls, and I had to give it back to Australia so they can clear, because both sides are firing the book at each other now to try and get the breakthrough that they want. And if New Zealand can score, they'll win this test.
And they've stolen possession again. Well, the bounce of the ball tonight. What a difference it's made. Taylor comes up with it. Friend. Cooper. Bell. What a rugged encounter. Ito. Kevin Ito going to have a go himself.
There's good tactics then, I thought, Tony. He's trying to drag in the defence because it's stretched right across the paddock. That's where the way New Zealand will go. But they've got to go up centre field at the moment.
Elia. Sam Stewart. And I think obstruction on Gary Mercer.
Well, they're not wasting time, Australia. They've got a chance on the far side. But look at the New Zealand cover defence. It's absolutely brilliant out there tonight. Rarely have I seen New Zealand play the open game and bowl everybody over in great solid tackles. The Australian side are just bunched and they're going straight up centre field. And what happens? New Zealand gain possession.
Dean Bell from McGann. Miles couldn't take the pass. McGann picked it up to Dean Bell, and New Zealand in possession on halfway. Elia.
Well, there's some gaps out here now. Everyone is disorganised as far as defence, and New Zealand have got a great chance.
Certainly gaps there if they've got the energy. The big cheer coming from the crowd now for Australia. Kevin Ito chips through. Gary Jack on it. Ito misses him. Dale Shearer. Chips back in, tackled late.
The referee's seen it. It'll be a penalty, Australia, I should say. That's where the ball lands straight away. It had to be a late tackle. So the Australians can either go for the quick tap or the shot at goal. And remember, they need this two-pointer to get back in the game. They're trailing by 7 at the moment, taking some of the sting out of this Australian attack. But this is an extreme, vital, important kick for Michael O'Connor. He's on the wrong side of his instep kicking, and that's to the right of the centre of the field. But he's on the 22, and it's well within his range.
Flagged away. The score remains 13-6 New Zealand. 6.
And Australia have won their last 24 tests. How's that? And tonight it looks like they face defeat.
Who for the double round with Friend. Eventually gives it to Stewart. They're calling for it inside. Taylor has it.
It has slowed up now, the game, very much so. They're a tired lot. Play on, says the referee. New Zealand can capture the ball. Another 5 play the balls. Australia just not going to the loose ball at all. And here's Shelford going straight and hard and up centre field as they walk back to their own 22, Australia. They're lethargic. They're tired at the moment.
Oh, real bobble ball going everywhere. Freeman's the replacement back. Dean Lonergan the replacement forward. Taylor loses the ball in the tackle. Simmons comes up with it. Miles. Kenny. Back inside, straight to Hugh McGann. Hugh McGann has been everywhere. Ito. Ito having a little go himself. Good running from Kevin Ito. Still not tackled. That's really rather silly stuff from Peter Tunks.
There's a penalty that should have gone, but he's played the attacking role for New Zealand. They've got possession. Tunks should have had a pretty stiff warning for that one.
Taylor.
"13 minutes to go. Australia might start throwing a few now.
Dean Bell. Right on the halfway line again. Friend. Stab kick through. Chasing it through. Trying to beat Linder to the ball. And Linder's got it. Niebling. Sterling. Davidson. Oh, disputed possession almost going the Kiwis' way. Sterling flicked the little clever pass back to Miles. Lewis. And Wayne Pearce taken to ground. Niebling. Only just retaining possession. Don Ferner looking worried.
We must be. They're trying to use their forwards now to win the game, Australia. Their backline is not going at all well. It's their forwards that are doing the damage. And they've got possession and trying to break this New Zealand defensive pattern. But time ticks away.
I think, Des, that Shane Cooper has gone off. Haven't seen Freeman. Yes, Freeman on. Gary Freeman, the replacement for Shane Cooper. And Australia, through Peter Sterling, trying to make some yardage. Lewis flicks it out to Linda. Linda looking to get the pass away. Goes to ground. Just 12 metres short of the Kiwi line now.
The last play the ball.
Lewis puts up the bomb. Mercer was nicely under it. And that's Dean Lonergan warming up to come on. Dean Lonergan, the Glenora player, makes his living as a pig hunter. 21-year-old, has played one test, made his debut against Papua New Guinea. And what an asset, a fresh set of legs will be in the forwards. Haven't seen who's come off yet. Gary Jack.
It's a great sound out there to hear this crowd roaring for Kiwi. Kiwi all the time on the grandstand. They sense victory for New Zealand.
O'Connor slipped through, caught by Elia. And Mercer. Lewis to Simmons. Davidson trying to come through. Just over the 22-metre line. Lewis wants his man free. Tunks getting the pass out. Simmons. Well, the Kiwi defence holding so far.
9 minutes to go.
And the Kiwis leading 13-6. Sterling. Dummying and having a go himself. Caught by Taylor.
The last play of the ball, they've got a kick.
Kevin Hero whipping through.
Well, we're in trouble now. Australia have got it. They can spin it out again.
Johnson. Just a couple of metres short of the line, Johnson. Australia desperately in need of a try. Lewis having a go. Miles. And the ball snaffled again by Mark Hoddle.
Look at New Zealand in a bunch right behind the play of the ball. They're tired. And Dean Bell working hard to get away from everybody, and he's got the pace to do just that.
Looking around for the support. Firing it over the top. They weren't close enough to him. Picked up by Pearce. Linda now. And Dean Lonergan has him. Jack. Ball's... I thought the ball had come free, but it hadn't. Lewis. Shearer. Edel the tackler. And Lonergan has replaced Ross Taylor. Lewis goes wide again. Lindner has been the best of the Australian forwards in terms of penetration. Lewis puts it up. Chasing through's O'Connor. Fumble there by Mercer.
Few real hectic knocks, but they will win this ball, and look out New Zealand.
Sterling. Lewis flicks it behind for Sterling again. Miles caught. The high pass over the top. Dale Shearer. Shearer's through the first tackle. The cover coming across. Just stopped short of the line. He thinks he scored.
No try.
Darryl Williams forced it.
Rabbits is the referee. My word, they won't like Neville Kesher for that one.
I think they're not going to like Neville Kesher for a lot of things, Des.
Let's have a look at the replay. He was just about there. Down goes the ball, short of the line. Puts it over. That's right. A penalty against that Dale Shearer. Definitely.
Wallace looking around. Eventually to McGann. McGann taken by Davidson. But he's getting up a little slowly. He's hurt. Freeman with a little chip through. He was obstructed. Gary Jack. To to O'Connor.
Look at the Kiwis out here. 3 of them on one man just about. That's how good our defence is at the moment. Australia are not sure of where they're going. Now they try to spin it again wide.
Tunks hasn't got the pace or the energy anymore. And the Kiwi covering is superb. Plenty of cheers for the Kiwis now from this crowd. Sterling, Miles, putting it back. That's Johnson with nowhere to go. And once again, 3 tacklers there very quickly. Australia desperate now as Sterling puts the ball up. Williams racing back. It bounces badly for him. Trying to pick it up, but the day is saved. Dean Bell.
Well, when your luck's out, it's really out for Australia. And there's not a dog show they can win this test now after seeing the way those balls bounced tonight.
As the minutes tick away, 4 remain. Williams with the ball. Stewart. They'll be having a great hoolie tonight in the Randwick Club in Wellington.
And this is the upset of the century, you might say, with a champion Australian side facing defeat after they've won 25 consecutive tests. And now they look at defeat with only minutes to go in this one and only test this year against the Australians. And New Zealand are so superb.
Oh, bad ball. Wayne Wallace has it. The Kiwis showing a lot of confidence in throwing it around, lest it should recur. What a game the Kiwis have had in defence. Beating Australia at their own game. Simmons. Over the top to Shearer. Shearer caught by Hoddle. Darryl Williams there to help. And we're counting down seconds, not minutes now. New Zealand still leading 13-6 as Wally Lewis tries in desperation to go through himself. And the Australians desperate now for a try, and they need a try and more. Sterling. Oh, going out through Johnson. Sterling picking it up again. He's beaten everything, this fella. Simmons with the bomb. And the big cheer for Kiwi comes. As underneath that ball was Gary Mercer. And took it safely. Possession for the Kiwis in a let-off. Dean Bell. 1 or 2 fresh men.
Well, there are 2 New Zealanders now on the ground. We're down to 11 players. The difference is Elia's away. He's only got 1 to beat.
Mark Elia's going to have a go. He must be tired, but he's got the pace. And the cover gets across there. 1:27, 1:26 as the time counts down. What can Australia pull out of the bag? Sterling. O'Connor. If anyone can, O'Connor can. Still going, O'Connor. The desperate dives. Wayne Wallace has him. But can he wrap up the ball? No, Simmons to Tugs. Simmons. Ball went to ground. Sterling.
That one right on half-time, you might say. That's been the killer for Australia because they needed a converted try and a penalty.
And Dean Bell has been named man of the match as New Zealand salvaged possession with 16, 15, 14 seconds to go. History being made at Lang Park in Brisbane. The first loss in 25 tests for Australia. That's it. Australia are nailed. The final hooter is gone, and Tank Gordon can rejoice.
Well, I've seldom seen so many people at Lang Park here leap in the air. There must be a tremendous number of Kiwis here. And there's Don Ferner, the first time that he's tasted a pretty solid defeat. They threw the book at New Zealand, couldn't quite make it. What a tremendous night it has been for Australia and New Zealand. And Wally Lewis, well, a captain who's shaking hands now with Adrian Shelford, who's had an outstanding game. And Tony Gordon, a superb coach today. The era of Graham Lowe over, the start of Tony Gordon, faced with the most difficult one to try and bring this young, competitive Kiwi side. The national selectors have done a great job, and so have the New Zealand team out there today. They've finished fitter, And there goes it looks like the haka, is it, for the people on that far side there, packed with people, and led by Sam Stewart. A great night for New Zealand. Created history, you might say, by stopping this great run. Great stuff, Sammy Stewart. And what a wonderful end to this brief tour, which included a win against Papua New Guinea and the champions Australia as they come across for another haka. My word, this New Zealand contingent here on the grandstand right down in front of us are absolutely elated. The Kiwis, says Tony Gordon. Everyone has their hands up in the air in gesticulation of victory. And Australia have gone off the ground now as they leave. The last player is their loose forward, and they're far from happy with what has happened to them tonight.
Well, Howie Tamata, you were there in 1983 when New Zealand did it. Now history has repeated itself. Surely one of the great nights in New Zealand Rugby League history. Absolutely marvellous. It was a great win. It's just a new era of Rugby League for New Zealand now. There's a whole new team sort of gone in. Now they're going to make real big names for themselves. I think a lot of New Zealand Rugby League fans would have looked at the team and said, gee, where are all the Sorensens? Where are the Tamaris? Where's Mark Graham? Where's Olsen Filipina? None of those guys are there anymore through retirement or whatever. But the likes of Shane Cooper, Adrian Shelford, a whole new breed coming through, and what magnificent defence in the second half in particular. Yeah, there was a stunning performance by New Zealand. I said last year, you know, if you had to have your front row right, and those Rossi Taylor and Adrian Shelford just carted the ball up. The second rows played so well, and the backs, Kevin Iro, he really got a you know, like a welcome to the to Test Match Arena, but they all came up trumps. It's a tremendous performance by every one of them. I wonder what the Australian fans, and in particular the Australian newspaper writers, are going to say about this man, Neville Kesher, the referee tonight. Well, a lot of pressure on Neville. There's always going to be problems, but, you know, unlucky. The points are on the board. You know, in 20 years' time, it'll always be 13-6 to New Zealand, no matter what who the referee was, so unlucky. New Zealand never really got very close to scoring a try in the second half, did they? Do you think that was a major worry as far as the team was concerned? Well, I was worried. I think everybody was worried. Yeah, we sort of got bogged down in our 22 for a lot of the time. We were breaking out and they weren't scoring, so it was a bit of a worry, you know. Things just wasn't happening for the Australians. I'm just a little bit upset, you know. I know how those guys are feeling. I'm really happy for them. Yeah, tremendous performance. Well, now I suppose it's all on for the All Blacks because it's a big rugby double, New Zealand against Australia. The first leg is in for New Zealand, and now it's all on for David Kirk and his boys in Sydney on Saturday. Well, on behalf of all the rugby league people in New Zealand, I wish the All Blacks all the best. I hope they can do just the same. So, an historic night at Lang Park in Brisbane tonight. The Rugby League Kiwis, against the odds, have beaten Australia by 13 points to 6, bringing to an end a great era in Australian League as far as winning sequence is concerned, and New Zealand the winners in Brisbane this evening.